Hey guys, it's Tori here. Now today I'm going to be doing a track-by-track review of Lights' newest album, Siberia Acoustic, and she basically redid 10 songs from her album, Siberia, acoustically. I know, that was pretty self-explanatory, and I also know what you're thinking. These acoustic albums are so predictable, you pretty much know what you're going to get before you even listen to it, but Lights not only performed them acoustically, but she reimagined these songs, did them in a totally new way, and she proved that she's not only a pop singer, but she is a true artist. And she released another acoustic EP a while back, and this is a totally different ball game because this is a much bigger production. I think the other one was a little more simple, stripped down, but this is something really special. So I'm going to take you through one song at a time and let you know my thoughts, so let's get to it. Now the first track on this album is an acoustic version of Banner, and I know that this is going to sound like a weird comparison right now, but the beginning guitar part in this song reminds me a little bit of Harmony by Never Shout Never. I know those two artists are not even related in any way, but when you listen to it, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. But I think what made this song, and really the whole album, so amazing is that the instrumentals were so simple and just allowed Lights' voice to shine. Really, I love getting to hear her voice because so much of the time her songs are just heavy on the bass and electronic pop music, so her voice can get drowned out a little bit. But this one, it's literally just guitar, and I think I heard little hints of violin and cello, and it's absolutely stunning. I think I even wrote in my notes for this video, stunning, capital letters, exclamation point, etc., a million exclamation points, because that's the best word I could use to describe this track. It's beautiful. On to track number 2, it's the acoustic version of Cactus in the Valley, and I'll be honest with you right now, this song is just not a standout to me on the original album, Siberia. The original version just wasn't that great, not that many plays in comparison to the rest of the album, just not that exciting to me. But with the help of Owl City on this acoustic version, it's a total standout on this acoustic album, surprisingly. I wasn't expecting to like it that much, but I think what made it so great having Owl City there is that their voices just go so great together. I think there's something about their voices that they're sort of similar, if that makes any sense at all, but between their harmonies and the beautiful piano on the song, whew, chills down my spine. I just thought it was amazing. And because it was so simple, just that piano in the back, I feel like I was able to feel the emotion a little more in this version than the original. And I'm always up for emotional songs because I think that's what makes music so great, you know, getting to feel what the artist is feeling. So Owl City, Lights, keep working together all the time because I like when you guys work together. A+. Now the next song is Where the Fence Is Low, acoustic version, and once again, no, this is not one of my favorite songs on Siberia, but I think that's just because I like her upbeat songs a little bit better. You know, we're gonna get to Flux and Flow, and that is my jam, so I guess I just prefer her upbeat songs, that's the case. But as soon as I found out that this one was gonna be on the acoustic album, I was very excited to hear it because I think this song is just a lot better when it's stripped down, made simple, and it sounds like a lullaby in my opinion until you get to that insane key change at the end of the song. I could just keep on rewinding that part because her voice is insane right there. I mean, girl, Lights, you got some pipes. So yeah, I do like this version, the acoustic version, a whole lot better than the original key change. Look out for that. Whew, amazing. Now I know what you're thinking right now. You're thinking that I am just being way too nice and I am not giving any critiques on this album, but that is where we get to track number 4, Siberia. And unfortunately, it's the title track of the album that's the downfall here. But it features Max from Arkells, and I know the band. I've seen them live a few times, and I think they're great, but I don't think Max belongs on this album. I'm sorry, Max. It's nothing personal. But I think his voice is very strong and loud, and I think it just sounds very overpowering on this song because Lights has a very mellow voice, and with him coming in here, it just gets a little bit crazy. And their attempted harmonies just clashed a little bit. It sounded like they were trying to see who could outdo each other a little bit because it didn't go together and sound like a harmony. It just sounded like they were screaming a little bit. At least Max. I'm sorry. But I did love the playful pianos on the chorus. It was the melody that they were playing on piano rather than, you know, something else that went with it. But unfortunately, I think this just would have been a lot better without Max. I'm sorry. Maybe next time, Max. But it just didn't work here. Now track number 5 is called Suspension, and this is one of my favorite songs off of Siberia because it has this weird, unique kind of mood to it, and I think it's super cool. She has some effects in there that make it really neat. And so I guess I was a little intrigued to listen to the acoustic version because it didn't have so much of that electronic stuff in there because obviously it's acoustic. But she didn't transform this song as much as some of the other ones on this acoustic album. More so, I could just picture her singing this acoustic for a small audience, her guitar, nothing else, because you don't need anything else. She managed to keep the rhythm going of the song, and it's still great. So both of the original and the acoustic version have their pros. Next song on the track list is Toes, and now this is one of her most popular singles from this album. I'm sure even if you don't know who Lights is, you've probably heard this song before. Got me on my toes. I'm not Lights for a reason, now we know. But since the song is so popular, I was not expecting her to transform it much at all. Just so, people could still recognize it, I guess. But she literally did a total backflip on this song because usually it's a very upbeat pop song and she turns it into such a mellow ballad. And I guess that's why it is one of my favorites off of this album because it's like hot and cold. I'm not going to start singing Katy Perry, but yes, I did mean to quote her on purpose. Hot and cold. But yeah, I love this version of this song, and it's neat to have two complete opposites here to compare. Peace Sign is the next song on the track list, and first of all, I really love the lyrics on this one because it's so relatable. It's just about that one person who brings you comfort in tough times, and I think most of us out there can relate to that. And now this version is so pretty. It's very whimsical and lights. See what I did there? Okay, puns are just embarrassing at times, but it features, I need to know how to pronounce this. I'm reading this off my notes. Coeur de Pirate. It's French, I believe, because she was singing in French on the song, so pardon my attempt at pronouncing that because that was embarrassing as well. But now I suppose singing in French was a nod to her Canadian roots, which I think is very cool because gotta have that Canadian pride. I have Canadian pride and I'm not Canadian. Yes, but it sounded beautiful. I mean, the two of them, their voices together, it was flawless. And I think the French is such a pretty language, so hearing it being sung by someone with such an amazing voice, I love this. This is definitely a standout track on this album. And I wish I could understand French, but luckily I know the original lyrics, or else that'd be very confusing. But great work, Coeur de Pirate and Lights. I like that collaboration a lot. Track number 8 is called Heavy Rope, and I guess my opinions of this song really weren't swayed too much one way or another, just because, I don't know, it's already a very mellow song originally, so really it was just stripped down, made simple, acoustic version, exactly what you would expect listening to it. That's what I got. I think it's a beautiful song. It's so emotional, and I think this version made that even more evident. It's not a favorite, not a least favorite. I guess it's just kind of there. I do like it a lot. The next track is called Flux and Flow, and this is not only my favorite song from Siberia, but I'm pretty sure this is my favorite Lights song of all time because the chorus is so intense and just rough. I will listen to this song on the highest volume in my car when nobody is paying attention. And it's great. But I guess because I love that the song is so intense, I figured that the acoustic version would take that away and just make it not as special. And I think I was right because the acoustic version is just not as exciting. Flux and Flow is just such a great song that no matter what you do to it, it's going to be amazing. So I do love the acoustic version, and it's still one of my favorites off of this acoustic album, but let me know what you think. Do you think that the acoustic version of this song did the original justice? When you get a copy of the album, comment and let me know. And now we're down to the last song on the track list. It's called And Counting, and really there's only one thing I have to say about that. Lights, you saved the best for last. You heard it here. And in conclusion, Siberia Acoustic is one incredible album. It's so cool to hear these songs in a whole new light. We got another pun in this video, but for real, Lights showed true talent on this album. For so many pop artists, it's hard to just perform acoustic in general and much less sound good. So to hear Lights literally just blow me away with her vocals on this one, that's a true standout. Oh my gosh, every note was perfect. So let me know what you think when you get a copy of this album. I really love this, and I think I have a new respect for Lights and this whole album, Siberia. I mean, I knew these songs from front to back, and I still felt like I was listening to them for the first first time. So make sure you pick up a copy on April 30th. You could get it on iTunes. Don't miss out on it. And since this is the first video review I have ever done, I really want to know what you guys thought of this video. So comment and let me know if you want to see more of these video reviews in the near future. Subscribe to the channel for more videos. We got a ton of exclusive interviews, and I will see you next time. Bye!